I remember when I was learning in Eretz Yisrael, so Rav Yehuda Zev Segal Zatzal, the Manchester Yeshiva, visited Eretz Yisrael, and he was speaking, and one thing that stuck in my mind was him crying and screaming in his edel voice, but he was screaming as much as he could about this bracha v'sechazena eineinu b'shuv chatzim b'rachamim. We're davening to Hashem that our eyes should see, our eyes should behold b'shuv chatzim b'rachamim. He said, are our eyes roi for that? Are our eyes so pure that we could be zoicha to see the pnei Shechinah, the hashras Shechinah? We have to be sure so much. He said we have a tendency to take a second look at things that are inappropriate, at things that are not tznius. That tendency is normal. You shouldn't feel bad if you have that tendency. That's a human being. But you should feel bad if you never misgaber over that tendency for your entire life. Our job is to work to be misgaber on that teva. And then if we purify our eyes, then our eyes will be pure enough to be able to see b'shuv cholitziyim b'rachamim. Rav Lev Chasman Zatzal used to always say that just like in real vision, the slightest speck of dust can interfere with the kayach to see things clearly. You have to close your eyes right away, and even though it was a tiny, tiny speck, it says the same thing in our spiritual vision. The slightest impurity can contaminate a person's eyes, and whatever we've done in the past, tshuva helps for it, but at the same time we have to be so careful in the future, the shmiras einayim, to make sure that our eyes are kadosh. And many years later, after hearing that shmuz from Rav Segel, which I said, stuck out in my mind and made a very strong impression on me, that if our eyes want to see the hashras hashchina, so we have to prepare our eyes for that. I found that it's kamat the mefurish and medrash, the last medrash, if you want to look it up, in Parshas Achrei Mois. It's Parsha Chav Gimel, Ois Yud Gimel. It says there that if someone passes something that's not clean, not appropriate to look at, and he controls himself, he turns away, he is zoiche lahakl pnei Shechina. Then he's going to be zoiche to see the Shechina, and the Medrash brings it from a pasuk in Yeshaya Lamed Gimel, pasuk Yud Zayin, v'oitzeim einov me'ra'os b'ra. If someone closes their eyes from seeing something negative, something bad, melech b'yafiyai techazana einecha. Then he will see the king in his glory, the king in his beauty. That lashon techazana einecha is where we have this bracha from v'sechazena eineinu, the same nusach. So when are you zoicha to melech b'yafi techazena einecha, that you'll see the king in his glory, the hashras hashchina, v'oitzem einav me'ra'os b'ra, if you turn away from something that's inappropriate. So that's mamish the words of Rav Segel, that we have to be sure that our eyes are oitzem einav me'ra'os b'ra, and then we'll be zoicha to see the v'sechazena eineinu b'shuv chalatzion. So we should all be zoicha that this bracha should be niskayim. Hashem should find favor. We should find favor in Hashem's eyes. Our tefillas will mamela be answered, and Hashem should restore the avoida in the Beis Hamikdash, and we should all be holding on the madrega that our very own eyes should be able to see when Hashem is machazir Shechinah Seil Tzion.